Doug MPA back with another video. Make sure you hit the like and subscribe button on the way in. I'd really appreciate it. It shows that you support me and the content on this channel. So Ed Reed was supposed to be the head coach of Bethune Cookman University's football team. He coached for the Miami Hurricanes. He was an NFL player for the Baltimore Ravens for the longest time. And he showed up to the campus and saw that the facilities were all messed up. There's trash everywhere. His office wasn't even cleaned out. And as we all know by now, he went on Instagram Live and said his piece about it, and the administration rescinded his contract offer. Initially, they tried to say that Ed Reed was walking away, but he held a conference with the football team and the parents saying that the university rescinded the offer away from him, that he wasn't walking away. And then Coach Prime called in and said he had his back. It was a really good press conference and a really good moment, so catch it if you can. A bunch of the students at Bethune-Cookman, hundreds, protested today on behalf of Ed Reed and the horrible conditions at the school. This is a news story about it, so let's get into it.
Now at 4:30, hundreds of Bethune-Cookman students spent hours this afternoon protesting what they call poor living in campus conditions. The school recently announced it stopped contract negotiations with Ed Reed as head football coach.
The former NFL star posted on social media talking about the campus's conditions when he visited. News 6's Molly Reed was at the student protest today and shows what they want to see.
The students here at Bethune-Cookman say Ed Reed's video sparked the idea for the protest, but say they have been living in poor conditions for quite a few years. They say Ed brought that to a bigger stage.
And let me just say, I live in the DMV area outside, the DC, Maryland, Virginia area. There's a lot of HBCUs here, and a lot of HBCU grads I've met, they talk about the subpar living conditions, but they talk about it after the fact. And I've asked multiple times, why didn't you say anything while you were going there? And I would hate to think that living in subpar conditions is just accepted to go to an HBCU, because that would be an awful thing. Or even having the conversation about it while you're going. And the worst part about it is, we have this pride and tradition of HBCUs, so we can't talk about this kind of stuff because it'll tarnish HBCUs, and we have to give them a lot of leeway because they're underfunded. No, the conversation needs to start so solutions can be had. We need to start asking why our HBCU students are living in such subpar conditions, and the only way to get there is to start talking about it. So protests like this are a really good start.
We voice concerns, we send emails all the time, no responses. So this is what it has come to.
Shouting the Board of Trustees has got to go. The BCU students listed out the problems around campus, many sharing videos and pictures that show mold in the dorm's walls and ceilings and on their belongings.
That's disgusting. Look at that mold on the kids' shoes, and then that's a person's bedpost. So you're breathing that in your dorm room when you're sleeping, when you're doing your homework. You're just breathing in mold, and that looks like black mold too. That can get you sick.
I paid thousands of dollars out of my pocket to be here, and it's not taken care of. The first couple months I was here, I literally was sick because of the mold.
There you go.
The protest comes after former NFL player Ed Reed posted a video on social media.
But now I'm out here walking with the football team, picking up trash.
Reed was in contract negotiations with the school to become the next head football coach. He was on campus where he says he was met with trash and poor conditions.
Get out of here, man. They mutt me. These didn't even clean my office when I got here.
Then over the weekend, the school announced they stopped negotiations with Reed and are reopening the search. Reed was seen in another social media video shortly after.
There are some corrupt people in this world, some evil people that don't care about kids like I do.
And they mess with the wrong one, because it's good to see a person like Ed Reed who will say how it really is. He said it. There's some corrupt people around here that don't care about these kids, and I believe him 100%.
At the end of the day, he wants to change for not just the football team, but he wanted for the HBCU community, the BCU community, So I feel like it's just a slap in the face.
Football players and students disappointed by the announcement and say Ed Reed was right.
The way a lot of us see it, he spoke up against what was wrong, and they got rid of him because of it.
We've reached out to the school's representatives several times today for reaction, but have not heard back at this time. In Daytona Beach, Volusia County, I'm Molly Reed, getting results, News 6.
Yeah, and you're not going to hear anything back from them. So let me just say, when Deion Sanders left JSU, some people felt some type of way about it. Okay, I could maybe see the emotional other side of it. I support Coach Prime over here. I hope if you're watching this video, you do too. But this Ed Reed situation is cut and dry. BCU was wrong. Ed Reed was right. And it's going to be interesting to see how the administration responds to this or tries to paint the other side of the argument. And when they do, I'm going to be here to cover it. Make sure to put in the comments what you think about this. Like, subscribe, and I'll catch you on the next one.